You finally finish the remodel. The contractors pack up their tools, the floors are swept, and you're ready to enjoy that brand new kitchen or expanded living room. But a few hours later, you run your hand across the new countertop, and there it is, a fine, powdery white film. You wipe it away, only to find it back again the very next morning. Construction dust belongs to a specific classification of matter, chemically distinct from the organic dander and fibers found in standard household dirt. Because standard cleaning tools are designed for macroscopic debris, they struggle to capture these microscopic residues, leaving children and the elderly exposed to an environment that has not yet been fully decontaminated. To understand why, we have to look much closer. When contractors saw through wood, sand drywall, and apply finishes, they release thousands of microscopic particles into the air you breathe. Take crystalline silica, naturally found in drywall and cement. When inhaled, these jagged, microscopic quartz particles can cause irreversible lung damage. Then you have gypsum, a primary joint compound ingredient. Being highly hygroscopic, it actively absorbs surrounding moisture. When that gypsum dust settles into the natural moisture of your eyes, throat, and mucous membranes, it acts like a sponge. This triggers the extreme dryness, itching, and severe coughing spells families often experience after a remodel. On top of the physical dust, fresh paint, varnishes, and flooring adhesives silently release volatile organic compounds, chemical vapors that continue to off-gas into your home for weeks. A quick pass with a standard vacuum or wet mop might pick up visible debris, but it fails to address this microscopic chemical cocktail. The reason these particles are so hard to get rid of comes down to physics. Heavy debris like sawdust, wood chips, or coarse sand will naturally fall to the floor within a few hours. But the finest dust particles, those measuring under 10 microns across, are a different story. Because they weigh next to nothing, ultrafine respirable particles behave almost like a gas, remaining continuously suspended for up to 72 hours. Just as they settle, the return effect kicks in. Walking across the room violently kicks fine dust back into your breathing zone. Without proper filtration, this constant cycle of settling and resuspension can last for upwards of 14 days. If you only clean the physical surfaces but ignore the air column, gravity guarantees that those freshly wiped countertops and floors will be covered in white powder a few hours later. To actually break that suspension cycle, professional remediation teams isolate the room's air using physical barriers and establish negative pressure. High-power air scrubbers continuously pull the dirty air through absolute HEPA filters, ensuring contaminated air never migrates to the clean zones of the house. But filtering the dust is only half the battle. To neutralize the lingering chemical vapors and any airborne pathogens, technicians use active photocatalytic oxidation, or PCO. Unlike passive filters that wait for air to pass through them, PCO actively projects purifying molecules throughout the room. It's an innovation originally developed by NASA to maintain air quality during space missions. To deal with the floating drywall and silica dust, the team introduces advanced bipolar ionization. The system floods the room with millions of charged ions that actively seek out and bond with the suspended microscopic particles. By clumping the particles together and forcing them to become heavier, this technology actively pulls the threat out of the air and drops it to the floor, where it can be permanently extracted. In the professional restoration industry, the ultimate goal is reaching what the ANSI S520 standard calls Condition 1, a state of normal, safe environmental ecology. Once the air is scrubbed and the particles are forced to the ground, every inch of the room is cleaned from the top down, using medical-grade HEPA vacuums and specialized damp wiping. The definitive proof of Condition 1 comes down to a simple physical contrast inspection, the black and white glove test. A white cloth is used to check for standard soot and grime, while a black cloth is designed specifically to hunt for the invisible white dust from drywall. A home is certified safe only when both come away spotless. The final safety of a renovated home depends on the scientific restoration of the air column, ensuring the environment is as healthy as it appears to the naked eye.